equations from a graph and you have your foldable. So let's look at example 1. On example 1, that is a very special graph. You should immediately know what the equation is going to look like. So it will be x equals a number. Whenever you see the vertical line, it will be x equals a number. X equals a number. Now we have to figure out what the number is, but let's go ahead and do the M and the B, because when you see a line like this, what are you going to be writing, everybody, for M and B? Undefined and none. You're going to write 2 words. It's the only time you're going to write 2 words. So let's go ahead and fill in the M. And the B. Now that you've completed the M and the B, and you already know the equation is going to be x equals a number, let's fill in that the equation in the box, now going to the box on your notes, and let's go ahead and write x equals, and now we need to figure out what that number is going to be. How do we figure out what that number is going to be? How do we figure that out? Okay, you count from 0 to the right. So here's 0. Why am I going to the right? You're going to where the line is. So let's count over. We don't need bubble marks. You're just counting over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put a star there. Let's put a star there because that is our y. That would be where our y-intercept is, even though this one doesn't cross the y. But that's going to be our number. So what number is that? Positive or negative? Positive. So your equation is x equals positive 4. Let's go to example 2. Example 2 is another special one. What is that equation what is it going to start with, everybody? Y equals a number, so let's write that at the top. Y equals a number. What is the M whenever you see a graph like this? 0. What is the B? We have to figure out the B, which is the y-intercept. Well, let's look on the Y. Here's our y-axis. I'm going to go down and make a star there because that's where it's crossing. So what is our B going to be? Negative 5. Now we can write our equation. What did Jory say our equation had to start with? Y equals. So write y equals. And what is that number going to be? Negative 5. Perfect. Now open up your foldable to number 3. Is that one a special one? No, not really special. So if it's not a special one, it's not y equals a number and x equals a number, what is the equation you're going to use? Y equals mx plus b. So we'll write that so we know. And to write this equation, you only have to fill in 2 things. What do you think those 2 things are going to be? The M and the B. So let's go ahead. I'm going to give you a couple minutes to find the M and the B for this equation, and then put your pencil down. So to figure out the M and the B, I'm going to start by doing the B first. So I'm going to put a star where the B is, which is the Y, all the way down, and that's where it crosses. And that point is 0, 0. So I'm going to put a 0 for the y-intercept. Then I'm going to do the rise over run. And I'm going to notice that as 1, 1, 1, 1. I'm going to put positive 1 over 1 as the M. I'm going to put positive because I want to make sure my answer that I have a positive slope. of you got 3 over 3. Some of you got 2 over 2. And that's mathematically correct. So I'm going to simplify this to positive 1. I usually tell you to keep it as a fraction, but when you're writing the equation, you don't need that. So now let's write our M and B in the equation. So you guys have, and this part does not go in the box. Put this somewhere else. We have y equals 1x plus 0. I'm only changing the m and the b from my equation. But I want to do the answer even simpler. So what things up here do we not need? We don't need the 1 in front of the x. What else do we not need? The 0. So our final answer that you'll put in the box is going to be y equals x. Let's go to example 2. Some of you are going to be able to do these on your own as we go. What do we need to write at the top up here before we begin? What is this equation going to look like? Call it out. I'm just going to put y equals mx plus b, but negative mx plus b would be perfect. Y equals mx plus b. Go ahead and find the m and the b, and then we will write our equation. Has any questions? So I'm going to go ahead and find the b first. So to find the b, I'm going to go on the y-axis. And this is where it crosses it. I'm going to make a star. And that is at 1, 2, negative 2. So the b is negative 2. Then I'm going to find the slope by doing the rise over run. I'm going to pick another point, and I'm going to pick this one right here. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I know it's negative. So I'm going to make sure that I put negative 2 over 3 as the m. Then all I have to do is substitute the m and the b into the equation, and I can put that answer in the box. And that would be y equals negative 2/3 x minus 2. Let's go to example number 5. And this one is also not special in that it is not vertical or horizontal. So we can go ahead and write y equals mx plus b at the top. Then we want to find our m and the b. I like to start with the b because it's the easiest. Y-axis, that's where it crosses it, and that would be 1, 2, 3, positive 3. Then I'm going to do the rise over run to get the slope. And when I do that, I can go up 1 over 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know that this is a positive slope, so I'm going to write positive 1/5. Now that I have my m and b, I can plug them into my equation and get y equals 1/5 x plus 3. The last example, example 6. Also not horizontal or vertical, so we can go ahead and put y equals mx plus b at the top. Now let's find the b first. Y-axis, and this is where it crosses it. I'm going to make a star. That is at negative 2 for the b. Then I'm going to do rise over run. 1, 2, 3 over 1. I know it is a negative slope, so I will write negative 3 over 1. And because we're writing the equation, we can simplify that to just negative 3. Now we can substitute it in to y equals mx plus b to write our equation. So y equals negative 3x minus 2.